He's going to sell? Is he going to sell? I thought he was going to sell. Well, I mean, doesn't matter if it's not 5 cost, is it? Does it? It's not a crazy 5 cost you can go for. But yeah, sells the Mundo, tries to hit the set 3, isn't going to find it in the end. It does look like Milk is going to win out this first game. Really showcasing the power of what we kind of predicted going into this tournament, with the GP being so powerful. When you hit all of these 3 stars with the Kabuko, with the Yasuo as well, there's so much power, there's so much CC, and there's so much damage in this composition that is very hard to position against and very hard to itemize against as well.
Yeah, and then look at the little stretchy guy just shooting people from across the entire map, generating, 5 gold per round. The classic. We love to see it.
We need a counting at some point as well.
Yeah.
So far, Mines is the only one that is still intact. EMEA on top this time around. But something that we also touched upon earlier on the desk, Kaza, was the fact that Vitality does tend to drop this first match. It's kind of like their MO. It's their signature. It's the first game here at EWC. They do drop it. They don't look too happy about it. But some learning takeaways from them from this one.
Yeah. The script is already written, it seems like, with game number 2 as they plunder out in game number 1. Because game number 2, they bounce back with fire, and the adaptation in this game that we all wanted to see did come true in the end. Playing the Kai'Sa reroll, playing the crew reroll, playing compositions we didn't see in game number 1. It wasn't this 4-way contest of every single composition in the end, and actually it is Soju who wins out level 10 in the end with the Sorcerers.
Yeah, no, I love it. I mean, exactly what we were talking about in the game 1. We have these 4 compositions that are very strong. I think Prodigy is kind of the outlier. I don't think Prodigy has to be contested necessarily. But this is what happens when you leave Sork uncontested, right? He's able to hit everything for free, goes 10, and his board is beating Gangplank boards, right?
Cuts,
you can't allow the Sork player to actually just be fully uncontested, especially if they're able to have a good tempo early game.
I mean, at the end of the day, look, Soju comes out on top, 22-10. Not bad, no. This is the opposite of what we've seen on that first game, where we were looking at Katsuya towards the top, and, we had Vitality at the bottom, but it's all reversed this time around.
Bit of a flip this time.
Getting some big wins.
And we're going to be getting into games straight away, because who wouldn't want this match to get started?
All right, jumping right in, and we've got some artifact anvils to kick things off, Stuart. We were not getting high variance in our first 2 matchups, but game 3, let's just go crazy. Give us a prismatic on 2-1 as well. I mean, screw it, let's go.
I think with this AP line that Milk is looking towards, just picks the safe option. Light Shield is the safe option that you can go for your front line. And
well, this would explain it as well, right?
Oh boy.
Soju's got Flicker Blades, GP, Midas Touch, and items to slam straight away. We'll see how much gold he can find. But this is exactly what Vitality wants to see. This is the way for Soju to be in position as the ace for this team to play for a first.
And this is what we was talking about with Artifacts. Artifact Portal opens up so many possibilities. Espat on the other side also picking up the Blighting Jewel as well, which is also very, very good way if you want to play towards the Mauserhard potentially later on down the line as well.
For Prestiven,
it could go into many different variations. I've seen a little bit online that you can maybe go for something like Jace 3 as well with Silver there.
So
Darius could also be a possibility.
The 2 3-cost rerolls that open up to the Silvermare are the Darius and the Jace. I'm curious if we'll see that 3-cost reroll is very tough in 4v4. It's a lot easier to deny by your opponents. Holding the units is a lot more effective because the 3-cost pools are a lot smaller. So I am curious what the Silvermare wants to be from Prestiven. This is going to be the more interesting cook.
Yep.
Soju is just powerful. Prestiven, I believe, who had the Mana Zane? Milk had the Mana Zane. Yeah. So it's Milk and Soju are just straight up powerful, and we have to see the other side carry for it.
And Prismatic.
We are going to get some Prismatics. Hey, I told you we had to crank up the variance for this last one. Let's get an Artifact Anvil. Let's get some Prismatics. We got Sponging for Soju.
Going to help out a little bit with being able to, potentially spread the items and everything as well. But
it's great with the mentors, right?
Yeah, exactly that. And I mean, I think with Soju as well is that surprisingly he is rolling down because he already hit that GP2.
What? No, he found Rise on 6! What?
Flicker Blades, Gangplank, and a Rise on 6 has the 4 Mentor online. The Exodia comp is here already in stage 3, Cass.
Look, they may have been wanting to complain about variance from game 1 with the early Gangplank 2 from Rebanov on stage 2.
I don't hear any of that anymore.
But I don't think they can complain at all after this game from Soju. This is just a heater.
Absolutely insane in the end. As you can see, the items are spreading as well. Most of it is Starix spreading across the board as well, which is just going to make your front line even tankier and going to help out the extra board cap online and get that extra front line, because GP2, as you can see, is just auto-attacking away with Flicker Blades. And you can see that Flicker Blades has a really crazy interaction with Kraken as well, because Flicker Blades allows you to attack faster, which means you get more AD from Kraken Slayer. So these Gangplank bullets are just going to be one-shotting across the board. It's you rolled down to 20 gold and didn't find anything at all.
Yeah, now Milk actually going to go into the Sork line, and it felt like the only person that might contest this line was Setsuko, but Setsuko can potentially just go for something else. It looks like Prodigy contest maybe, considering that we do have no crit items built, but instead we've got kind of like the pen and the heal cut as well as the blue buff. A lot of stuff that you maybe like to see more within the realm of the Prodigies.
Yeah, in general with Prodigies, you don't really need that much mana because the trait allows you to generate so much mana over time anyway. So, except for the Manazane isn't the exception because you can just keep casting over and over again. But in general, I think maybe his Prismatic Augment didn't give him something better, so he had to take one buff, two buffs. So, with that heavyweight and with Silver Mid Dawn, that front line is still going to help him out.
Yeah, Setsu finally starting to lose a couple of rounds, but Soju has not lost since falling to Prestivant, or since falling to Setsuko, and he's still probably got the GP2 online, just continuing to run away with this game. GP3 actually, sorry, not Gangplank 2 online. Stage 4, we've got the GP3.
Crazy.
Level 7, 50 gold, 4-2 GP3, showing why GP stands for Get Paid, not Gangplank.
And unfortunately, it's not contested as well. So we're just playing, that'll be Rebanav Div try and deny. We saw the roll down at level 7 to try and roll down and deny the Gangplank. But Soju, don't want to talk too early on, but I think just might run over this game. I mean, Flicker Blades with Gangplank 3, it's just completely, just feels like it's just, he could just sit back, relax and enjoy.
Prestivant has Mundo 3 and the Jin 3 as well. Still on Midas Touch for the Jin, so he's still got a little ways to go on actually setting up the power-ups. But, I mean, this is just incredible spots for Vitality. And yes, getting run over by this Gangplank with the Flicker Blades, but that's fine. That's your teammate. We'll lose to Soju. That's fine.
I mean, Soju actually swapped out the Midas Touch as well. Hit the stretchy arms.
Yeah.
You saw that stretchy arms just go from one side of the board to the other and one-shot the 3-star Jin. That is the power of this Gangplank and how powerful this unit can be. And I think it's just insane now. And also unstoppable on Kumbuko as well, which is also one of the best ones. Yeah. Best item slots. You don't have any tank items on Kumbuko.
Doesn't matter, sponging. It's sponging all these items across the board.
That's true. So you don't even need that many items on the Kumbuko because it's sponging around. And this looks like the golden road, really, and the script, I guess, wrote itself after all.
Yeah, I mean, once again, we see, you know, drop the first game, dominant performance in the second game, dominant performance in the third game. This one off the back of a very early GP, and really the hope for Alcacia is that somehow, after Soju's reign of terror at first place, they can find a couple of extra placements. But Soju's going to be able to sack a lot of HP for his team as well. He has a couple of removers still remaining that he'll be able to work with.
I mean, Presivant winning against Volta here as well. Rebanav also leaving a more beefy front line for that board as well. And it just becomes very, very difficult as we see, you know, one side with Milk already having the Karma 2-star. Volta on 0 gold only has Karma 1. So it seems like this game is just there for the taking for Vitality, and it's really hard. Rebanav, we're on stage 4, still has the power-up on Gnar.
Yeah, but he's got Braum 2. It's kind of sick.
Right.
I mean, I don't know why he has a Braum 2. I don't know where that came from.
Too little, too late on 5 HP.
Well, I mean, I think it is. I mean, 5 HP, you just run into Soju once, and it's game over. I still don't think this comp is beating Soju. And I think that's the story of it, right? You've just got this Grim Reaper at the top of the table, 94 HP, only lost a single round the entire game, and you have 2 members that are on a single life. So the second they run into Soju, lights out.
Exactly that. We're seeing Flouders on the other side actually going for the Dawn Core on Akali, so trying to jump into the backline, but they really need Volta to win this round to stay alive. It does look like Volta is going to be able to win this round, and you're seeing kind of the struggle a little bit that this Karma has at the moment, is that when you don't build a mana item on this Karma, takes her a little bit of time to actually use her ability and come online. And of course, with Karma,
but he's just so strong. He can just grief the Alcatzia members and make sure that they cannot hit anything. He's got an Akali on the bench, a Jarvan, 4 copies of Leona with the life totals remaining for them to bring this back.
And Soju still sitting at 94 HP ever since that round. The only round that he really lost was against Setsuko.
It was, yeah, it was that one loss.
That's the only round. And then since then, he's been able to find GP completely uncontested as well.
Kabuko 3, baby. We've got them all.
Why not? Why not? I mean, Rebinav's still sitting on that Natu, unfortunately. Tried to play this Luchador board with getting that early Brom too, but unfortunately, with this board, it's not going to be able to cap as much because that Natu is not going to be able to do enough damage. It's going to be going up against Milk, so it's still a pretty important fight here for Alcatzia. If Rebinav can beat Milk, it can be pretty huge here, but this Sorcerer Akali on the back line, though, crazy damage.
So this does 2 things. Sorcerer Akali already just kind of strong, right? It's actually just a decent unit at 2-star. But also, it denied the Akalis from Flouters throughout this game as well, who was trying to play that Dawn Court Akali. That's going to take out Rebinov. That is going to close up the series. Vitality will win 2-1 against Alcatzia.
And the series off.
I think the through line of We Know Nothing is once again looking here with the Gangplanks are finding the 3 stars, because it is just not a comp where we had Syndra last year where it was just like you would play it at 1-star or 2-star and everyone would play it for tempo. I don't know that you can just play multiple 2-star GPs just for tempo because of the itemization being specific. We know that there is an out to Ashe Juggernaut, so maybe we could see a 3-way contest, but it seems that teams have been content to do 1-player GP against the other player's GP, and at that point, 3-star does become very real, especially because a lot of players aren't just having the gold to hold a bunch of Gangplanks on their bench. It's just not happening.
I mean, we're also maybe expecting like multiple GPs on the same team as well, which I don't think we found ourselves in that spot because we haven't seen multiple GPs being found in like the early neutral rounds, the early stages of the game. We haven't had that possibility in this series yet. Maybe it's something we might see later on down the line in the other series as well. But I think this series as a whole gives us a great understanding of the meta, a great understanding of what the teams are trying to look for, of course, with the GP, but also other compositions as well, you know, with the Kaiser 3, with Dr. Mundo, seeing that variation as well, and just seeing different variations on the team as well. But look at that, Soju's in his natural habitat, slouching down there. You know, he's happy, he's slouching, he's happy that they've been able to win this as well, as it closes out. Team Vitality win the first series of the Esports World Cup for Teamfight Tactics.
Yeah, well, GP, also known as Game Point, because you'll always find him on the last game, exactly when you need him.
Not hopefully, absolutely is. Soju standing by. Thank you very much, Genie of Team Vitality. Soju, you get off to a winning start here at the Esports World Cup, but we saw it in the qualifiers as well. What's the deal with losing the first game?
I mean, it's kind of just a sample size thing. I don't think we're like playing bad on the first game. I think this series, they kind of got lucky on the game 1. After like game 2, we were pretty confident going to game 3, so.
What's the preparation been like for this tournament, and how much has gone into getting ready for the Esports World Cup?
Yeah, so we've been friends for a while. Last year we prepped in Germany together. This time in France. We boot camped for like a week. We haven't streamed, so we're pretty prepared.
Well, speaking of streaming, you are obviously a massive content creator and a very followed man within the community. Do you feel extra pressure from your fans to make sure you deliver here?
Honestly, I think my fans don't expect that much of me, but for EWC, we're here to win, so.
You feel like a favorite out here?
I think among the other teams, I think the audience don't know how good we are, but I think a lot of the other teams are scared of us.
All right, I'm sure they are. Best of luck with the rest of the tournament. Back to you, Genie.